My name is Donte Cobb. I'm a junior cornerback from Jacksonville, Florida.
My name is Mikail Davis. I'm a junior. I'm from Peoria, Illinois, and I'm a safety.
A mishap happened in high school to where I ended up missing 6 games. And I had a track scholarship and a football scholarship, and I'd rather play football. So Coach Sally had already knew my coaches from the previous year and prayed about it. And 2 days before signing day, I had a dream I was playing at USF, so that's how I made my decision.
I actually missed 6 games also due to an injury. And I honestly didn't think I was going to get a scholarship for football because, I mean, it's senior year, and that's one of the biggest years for you to shine and get your scholarships. And I ended up going to a few camps and getting a hold of Coach Sally. And he told me if I come down here and visit, then he'd have an offer for me, and he did, so.
Honestly, I like football better. You know, I was exceptional in track to get a D1 offer. But to be honest, with track, it's a bigger preparation to where you have to stay in shape year round. You have to do extensive workouts, and it's just a bad wear on your body. So football was just the better choice for me, personally.
I would have to say it's just my love for the game. It's a contact sport, and I like being physical. So, I mean, it's just a way to get all my stress out and relieve all that. So.
Being able to play with speed, I think, is a big thing in this league. You know, NAI is not as fast as D1 or maybe a couple other upper division leagues. So being able to play with speed and what you learn from the track, it does relate to the football field. So.
Yeah, ultimately having speed is a big plus because when you're on the field, you don't want to rush your read, you want to rush your reaction. So the faster you can react, the better the play will be.
Mikail might be able to agree with me on this one. I think as a defensive backfield as a whole, we're all alpha dogs. We're all aggressive. We want to be in a dominant position every play. So just being aggressive and in your face, that's my play style.
Yeah, I agree with Donte. Our DB backfield is very physical, and anything we can do to get the ball, we're going to do it. Whatever we have to do is going to get done to get the ball. We're just a squirrel trying to get a nut.
You know, I think this goal with being a wayside corner, you have a team that's talking trash to you the whole game, and you have a receiver that's very confident, and you know you have your team on the other sideline that's just looking at you to make plays. So after you break it up, you know, you're looking at the sideline like, yeah, I just made that play, and then you're looking at the receiver going to putting his head down towards their sideline, and then you look at your team celebrating, ready for you to go to your sideline. So it's just a great feeling overall.
Yeah, I'd probably have to agree with Donte. It's just a good feeling because it seems like everything's in slow motion until that play happens, and you make that critical stop, and you hear the stands go crazy, and you hear your sideline jumping up and down for you, and just being able to celebrate with your team after you make that play is really big.
Well, I would say I use my stature to advantage. I'm pretty tall for a corner, 6'2", so I try to use my height and my speed to kind of lead the way for me, along with being physical, coming up and making tackles.
My strengths are, I would have to say, is probably my speed and my physicality. Having speed definitely helps in the coverage game, and being physical, coming down on the running game is also a big plus for our defense.
I would say cohesiveness. You know, having a new coach like Coach Jones, he really demands our best, and him teamed up with Sally and Harris and a couple other defensive coaches, you know, they really want the best out of us, and it's what we say, squeezing the grape. We're trying to give our best effort on every play, every drive, every game, which we just want to win, and I think that's really what makes us good. That's what makes us good.
I have to agree with him. The coaching staff this year definitely is a big improvement. They force us to be physical in practice, you know, force us to play with speed. They force us to get to the ball, try to get the ball out, strips, turnovers. They teach us to do all these things, which will better us for the long run in the playoffs. So they kind of practice what we preach.
You know, you We call it the dark side for a reason. You just gotta have a sense of nastiness to you. You wanna be dominant every play, and all of us have the same goal and the same mentality, and that's to be dominant on every play, to be the one standing up, not the one down on the ground. So yeah.
You have to be physical. It's just that's all to it. You have to be physical, and you have to want to get to the ball. Having speed is one thing, but being physical is another. Just being able to get to the ball and create that big play and create these big momentum shifts definitely help our defense.
Not so much change. Our ultimate goal for the team and personal goal is to go 1-0 every play. You want to win every matchup, and if you lose a matchup, you want to forget about it and just win the next one. So going 1-0, that gets us through every game, that gets us through every play, and that will get us through the season.
Yeah, I have to agree with Donte. Our biggest goal is going 1-0 on every single play. No matter what happens on that play, even if you don't go 1-0, the next play, get up and try to go 1-0 the next play. And if you keep doing this, it'll create success for the team.
I would have to say going 1-0. And just cohesiveness. All of us are really good friends. We're all brothers on the field and off the field. Just having that relationship to be close in and just wanting to win, just having our pride into winning instead of personal goals, I think that's the key to winning.
Yeah, I would have to say that I agree with Donte with cohesiveness, just being together as a team. In the past years, it would seem like we were all broken up into groups, like most people didn't hang out with other people, but now we have offensive players hanging out with defensive players, and it's just creating these friendships which help on the field. You have people pushing you every single play to be better, and that helps.